Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rabbi Cass from thesofercenter.com. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to put on tefillin for a righty, that's somebody who puts tefillin on their left hand, according to the Chabad Minhag. So the first thing you need to do is identify which knot you have. Assuming you have a Chabad knot, it's going to look just like this. You have the knot over here, and then a loop on the same side as the knot. Now, almost like Ashkenaz, except that the knot for Ashkenaz is typically going to be a little bit larger. So as you can see here, this is the average size of the knot. Now what's interesting about the Chabad knot is that it actually can be made larger and smaller. And I'm going to be making a separate video on that, and I'll share a link with that in the description. So if you want to know more about opening and closing the Chabad knot, so you'll have to check out that video. But for today's tutorial, we're just going to show how to put on the tefillin when the knot is already tightened. The loop is already about this size, and that's how I'm going to show you how to put on the tefillin. Now when Chabad put on tefillin, they typically make one bracha on the shel yad. And when saying that bracha, you're going to have in mind also the shel rosh, and it's important not to make any interruptions, talking, or anything else between putting on the hand tefillin and putting on the head tefillin. If you did make an interruption, then it would be required to make an additional bracha on the shel rosh. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so you take out the tefillin shel yad, that's the tefillin without the shin, and many times it also has a plastic covering over the bias, and that's the shel yad. You're going to put it on your arm just like this. Make sure the sleeve is up enough and out of the way. Now as you position it on your arm, before you tighten it, this is when you're going to make the bracha. So again, like I mentioned earlier, many in Chabad have a custom to open and close the knot, and then they would be tightening the loop much tighter now. If you want to know more about that, watch the other video. Okay, so we have the tefillin in position right now. Now's when we would make the bracha. Ba-ruch, a-tah, Adonai, Elo-hay-nu, Melech, Ha-o-lam, kidd-usha-nu, vit-tzi-va-nu, te-fe-lin. Now, especially with the Chabad knot, you have to be particular that the yud touch the bias. It's very easy for it to be separated. So the way I like to do that is when I tie the knot, I actually go over the base of the yud. And as you can see, what that does is it brings the yud much closer to the actual tefillin box. We made the bracha. Now we're going to tighten the tefillin. And we're going to go over the back of the tefillin 2 times to create the shin. 1, 2. Okay, so after you have it in position, you're going to go 7 times on the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. And then you're going to complete the wrapping with the rest of the vit-tzi-va along your palm. Now I'm going to show you how to put on the tefillin shel rosh. Under normal circumstances, you would put the tefillin on your head without a blessing. If, however, you did make an interruption, you would have to make a second blessing. Al mitzvahs te-fe-lin. I'm not going to be making the bracha in this video because it's typically not required, but I will put the blessing in the description, so if you do need to say it, you can find it over there. So just like this. Now I'm going to show you how to wrap the tefillin on the hand. Okay, so now you're going to take the vit-tzi-va off the palm of the hand. And you can go back to here, so you have that half. You go around the palm, over the top of the hand, and when you come around a second time, you're going to go straight to the middle finger. You go once beneath the knuckle, once above the knuckle, and once beneath the knuckle. Chabad does not have the minhag to say ve'erastich. And from there, you go onto the palm of the hand, and you finish wrapping the vit-tzi-va on the palm of the hand. When you get to the end, you simply tuck it in once or twice. Some have the custom to tie a little knot. Whatever you do is fine. So this is how it looks from the front, and this is how it looks from the back. Now after you are done davening or fulfilling the mitzvah of te-fe-lin, you take off the tefillin in the exact opposite manner. So you start off with taking the tefillin off of the palm of your hand. You wind the vit-tzi-va around your palm. take off the tefillin shel rosh. Then you take off the rest of the tefillin from the arm. Now there's another 3 videos of mine I suggest that you check out. The first one would be how to properly wrap up and put away your tefillin. The second video is my video, The Ultimate Guide to Put on Tefillin, How to Put on Tefillin Properly, which I talk about a lot of the halachos pertaining, the laws pertaining to putting on the tefillin, explaining the reasons why we do things the way we do them, as well as explaining the actual proper placement for putting the hand tefillin and the head tefillin on the head, which in this video I did not go into detail at all. The third video I suggest you check out if you do have the Chabad knot is the video which I have explaining the uniqueness about the Chabad knot and whether you should open it or you should not open it. So you should check out that video as well. So if you like this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel so when I make future videos you'll be the first to know, and I'll see you on the next video.